Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Let's learn with me. In the previous class, we are completed in a control statements, and using a control statements, you can control the flow of execution in your program, and it decides which part of the code should execute and how many times. So the control statements, there are three types. The first one is conditional statement, and the second one is looping statement, and third one is jumping statements. So we already completed a conditional statements theoretical, and in this class we write a program for those conditional statements. So in the conditional statement, the first one is if statement. So syntax of the if statement is if condition is true, then only it executes the block of code, right? So public, if we created a class name as conditional statement, this is in a class declaration, and public static void main string args function, it is in a main method. The program execution starts from the main method only. First we declare a value. So how to declare a variable data type, variable name equals to variable value. Here I declare a value. So I take age equals to suppose 19. So this is a value. So we write in a condition. If inside the if we write in a condition, suppose age greater than or equals to 18. So if age above 18, you are eligible for voting. Inside the if we write in a statement. So here we write system.out.println. System.out.println. So here we write system. So you are eligible for voting. Eligible for voting. So it checks the condition. 19 greater than or equals to 18. Yeah, condition is true. So it prints you are eligible for voting. So right click, run as Java application. Here you are eligible for voting. Suppose I entered age 9. So right click, run as Java application. So it doesn't print anything because we write only one condition. So if the condition is true only, it executes the block of code. Here check the condition. 19 greater than or equals to 18, condition is false. So it doesn't print anything. So in those cases we write an if else statement. If else means if condition is false, then it executes the else block code. So that is an if else. So else. So copy this line and here we write system.out.println, you are not eligible for voting because your age is below 18. So right click, run as Java application. Right, you are not eligible for voting. So if the condition is true, it executes the if block statement. If the condition is false, it executes the else block statement. This is an if and if else statement. The next one is if else if ladder. If else if ladder means you can check multiple conditions and you select only one option from multiple choices. In those cases, we write an if else if ladder. If else if ladder means in the else we have to write another if statement. So first we write in a comment line for that. So if else if ladder program right. So system dot out dot println inside the inverted commas we write in a statement. Here this if else if ladder program. So if else if ladder we use this age only. So suppose we write condition if. Here we write condition age greater than or equals to. Suppose if your age is above 80, you are an older people, right? So inside the if we write statement. It checks the condition. If the condition is true, it executes this block code. So right, you are older age group people. So if we write else. So in the else we write another if condition. This is an if else if ladder. So condition is age greater than or equals to, suppose greater than or above 50. So your middle age group people. So middle age group people. So else. Then we write else statement. So inside the else we write another if. So age greater than or equals to 30. So you are younger group people. The last we write else statement. So if these conditions are false, execute this else block statement. So you are children age people, children group. So you are teenager or your children. So this is if else if ladder. So right click run as Java application. So if else ladder program you are children because age 9. So it checks the condition here. So 9 greater than 80? No, condition false. It goes to the else. In the else, we have another if condition. So 9 greater than 50, here also condition false. It goes to else. So in the else, we have another if condition. So it checks 9 greater than 30, condition false. So first three conditions are false. So it print last else. So you are in a children. Suppose I entered 79. So right click run as Java application. Here check if middle age group people. So here, so you are middle age people. So you are middle age group people. Right click run as Java application. So you are middle age group people. So we entered 79. The next, suppose we directly assign the value. If you want to take an input from the user, so in those case we use a scanner. So scanner, first we import the scanner. So import java.util.scanner. So here we write directly install. So scanner sc equals to new scanner system dot input. Int age equals to sc dot next function. So here scanner acts like an input reader, keyboard reader. So when we user enter in a value, so it reads the data and takes as an input. So here it asks enter your age, right? Right. So this is a scanner class. Right click run as Java application. So enter your age. First it asks the user to enter some data. So 34 I entered. So you are eligible for voting. This is an if-else statement. So first it checks 34 greater than 18. Condition is true. You are eligible for voting. So it neglect the else block statement. The next program is if-else if ladder program, right? If-else if ladder program. So you are younger group people. 34. So it checks the condition. 34 greater than 80. No, condition is false. It go to else block. So in the else block, we have another if. So 34 greater than 50. Here also condition false. So 34 greater than 30. Here condition is true. So you are in a, it means you are younger group people. This is an if else if ladder to take input from the user. So the next one is nested if. Nested if means inside the if or else block, we write an another if else statement. So that is an nested if else. So first we write in a comment line for nested if. So nested if else program. So comment lines are ignored by any compiler. So we write comment lines for our understanding purpose only. So I directly copy this line. So we already used a scanner. So nested if else program, we take an input different one. Suppose your age is above 18 and it checks the your citizen. So your age is 18, you are an above 18, you are an eligible for voting. So then it checks the your citizen. So you are an Indian citizen, then only you are eligible for voting. So above 18 and you are in Indian. The both conditions true, it executes the block of code, right? So we write this program for logical and condition, right? Here we use age only. Suppose nested if else. So here inside the if or else we write another if else statement. Suppose here we take age only, age greater than or equals to 35. Sorry, 18. So we write the same program for nested if else also. Or to take a marks. Suppose if you get a marks 80 to 90, you are an A grade student. Suppose you get a marks from 60 to 70, you are a B grade student. So you are above 35 to 50, you are passed student, right? So below 35, you are a failed student. So we write program. Suppose here we write system dot out dot println. Here we write enter your marks. So what are the marks entered? Int marks equals to sc dot next int function. Right here it checks the condition. So marks greater than or equals to 35. So above 35 only you are passed, or below 35 you are a failed student. So if else. So we write if else. So inside the else we write. So I copied this line. So you are failed student. Suppose if you get a marks below 35, you are failed student. So what is nested if else? Inside the if or else block, we write another if else. So this is an if block. So inside the if block, we write another if else statement. So inside the if, we write another if else. So it checks the condition. Suppose if marks greater than or equals to 90. So system.out.println, you are A grade student. else. So you are just passed, or you are just passed. So right click run as Java application. So enter your age. Suppose I entered 43. So you are eligible for voting. This is an if else statement program. So if else if ladder program, you are younger group people. So it checks these conditions. We check nested if else. So here we change if else if ladder. Here, so this is a nested if else program. Enter your marks. So right click, run as Java application. So enter your age, 45. So you are eligible for voting. If else if ladder program, you are in a younger group people. So nested if else program. So enter your marks. Suppose I entered 67. So you are passed. So 67 greater than 35 condition is true. So condition is true. It go to the inside the if block. Inside the if block we have another condition. So it checks 67 greater than 90 condition is false. So it executes this else block. So inside the if we have another if else, right? You are just passed. Suppose I entered 13 or 20 marks. It get an output, you are a failed student. So inside the if we have to write another if else also. So enter your age 23 you are in. So nested if else program, enter your marks. Suppose I entered 20. So you are failed student. So it first checks the condition. 20 greater than 35 condition is false. It directly goes to the else block statement, right? So this you are a failed student. So we can write this program in another way also using a logical and conditions. Suppose your marks in between 80 to 90, your grade is A. In between 60 to 70, your grade is B. So in between the 40 to 50, your grade is C. So below 35, you are in a failed, your grade is F, right? So we can write program in that way also. So this is a nested if else program. The next one is switch statement. So switch statement means switch in this is in a shortcut form of if else if ladder. So if you have a multiple choices, you can select one option from multiple choices. In those case, we write in a switch statement. So program for switch statement. So switch statement program, right? So suppose I entered a day. So we taken a program for day. Suppose I entered a day 1. So the output is Sunday. Day 2, the output is Monday. So uh, copy this line. This is a switch statement program. Switch statement program. So here, so enter your number in between 1 to 7. So we 1 week we have a 7 days, right? So here int day equals to sc dot next int function, right? So here we write switch. So switch expression. So what is our expression? Day. So in the switch we have multiple cases. So first case 1, case value 1 1. So here we write system.out.println. Suppose Sunday. If you enter a 1, we get an output Sunday. Then break. So the next one is case 2, case 3, case 4, 5, 6, and the 7. Right? The next one is 2, So if you enter in a 2, we get an output Monday. So Monday. Then if you enter in a 3, you get an output Tuesday. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Suppose you enter 8 number. So in those cases, it print in a default statement. So in a switch statement, we write a default statement also. So default statement print. So if any condition is not matched, so in those cases, it print in a default statement. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the last one, Saturday. So if any value is not matched, in those cases, it print in a default statement. So default. So default. You are entered wrong number. Please check once. Right? Default. So this is a switch statement. Switch statement program. So first enter your age 34. So here enter your marks. Suppose 16. So switch statement program. Enter your number in between 1 to 7. Suppose I entered 5. So Thursday. It comes Thursday. This is a switch statement program. So these are the programs for conditional statements. In the conditional, we have 5 different types: if else, nested if else, if else if ladder, and switch statement. So we already discussed the theoretical part in the previous class. Once check for that class also. So I hope you understand.